That project, was that the one that's called Perceive Me?
Yeah, yeah.
And did you feel like, so how long did that project take? I mean, when was the first work and from the first to the last, basically?
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering whether you felt yourself change to that whole process.
So it started officially in August of 2018. That is when a friend of mine who, I mean, I know tons of artists, and she's an artist, and she was working on a project where she was doing portraits of artists, nude portraits. And so I think I had already done work using my nude body, and so because of that, artists started asking me to be part of their projects. And so she was drawing me, and I was standing there for 3 different sessions, 2 hours each, and we were having this great conversation about body image and ideas of perception, and just oftentimes like thinking about our own self-worth and validation, and how oftentimes we take our own self-worth from how we imagine others see us. And, every time I say that, people are like, oh my God, that is so true. And so I wanted to see myself through other people's eyes. And so she became the first official artist that was part of the project, because we kind of conceived of it together at the time. And then from that, I have a folder on my computer, because I am a curator and of like artists that I watch, artists work that I love and that maybe I'd use someday, for shows. And so I went through that. There's like 400 or 500 artists now. I went through that to look for all my figurative artists that I really liked and admired. And so I invited them to be part of the project. And so over a year, between August 2018 and August 2019, when I met with my last artist, I met with 60 artists who, you know, presented me in, many different ways. And then we had our first exhibition in January of 2020. It was on January 25th at California State University, Los Angeles. And there were 600 people at the opening. It was amazing. And I think about it now and I'm like, oh my God, was the coronavirus around then? Like, I hope I wasn't one of the ones like helping to spread it to people. But it was just, I mean, people were crying just, because they got it, they understood. And it was an amazing experience knowing that, I was able to, by sharing myself, I'm able to like, continue this conversation about, our self-esteem and validation and perception and body image and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like that's something that we really, really struggle, and I often think about why that is. I struggle with it in my everyday life as well, and I
Yeah,
can't seem to figure it out.
exactly. I mean, and people have asked me, like, why don't I, you know, talk about, men, and, I have tons of LGBTQ friends and, things like that. And I mean, for me, and I would, except for like, because I'm like an autobiographer, like, I figure focusing on me because it's more personal, it does help others. And like I walked into the gallery when I like after the opening, and there was a man that was looking at art, and he recognized me, of course. And he had tears in his eyes, and he's like, "Oh my God, this is amazing." And it's so joyful too. And he just got so much out of it. And I'm like, there it is. That's why I did it. That's why I do it. And so, because it is, even though it's about me, it's universal.